Okay, now going to our worksheet, which is page 6, we want to draw two vertically opposite angles, which are ZAX and MAR, such that ZAX is equal to 70 degrees. After drawing the vertically opposite angles, I want to complete what is the measure of angle MAR. Okay, so look very well how I'm going to draw these two vertically opposite angles. Yeah, that's okay. Let's continue. I mark the point. ما طالع الصوت. Yes. I'm so sorry. Now انتبهت. Yes, I will repeat it. Okay, so we want to draw ZA. Okay, so we want to draw ZAX and MAR, which are vertically opposite angles. Given that ZAX is equal to 70 degrees. As we said last time, when I want to draw two vertically opposite angles, I start with the first angle, which is here ZAX. How to draw the first angle? I use my ruler. I draw the semi-line, which is starting with the vertex A. Okay, this is A, the vertex. Then I use my protractor, I line it up correctly, and I measure 70 degrees, starting to the right with the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 degrees. I put a point outside, then I join. Okay, this is the first angle, which is called Z AX of measure 70 degrees. Its measure is 70 degrees. Okay, how to continue the angle? Okay, before I continue the angle, I want to tell you that before continue drawing, you have to write the letters and write the measure. Then you can continue, okay? We said that to continue the angle, it's just making the prolongation of the sides. Using my ruler, line it up with the first side of the first angle, make elongation. This is the first one. Then I put my ruler beside the second side of the first angle and make elongation. This is the second side of the second angle. So this is A are. Okay, now my question is calculate the measure of angle MAR. What is the measure of this angle? Okay, so we said that ZAX and MAR are vertically opposite angles. Then we say that MAR is equal to which angle? Is equal to ZAX
A X.
They are equal in measure, equal to 70 degrees. And we have to put what? The reason. Why? We put the reason between parentheses. We can write it vertically, V, opposite, O, angles. We can put A. V is vertically, O for opposite, and A for angles. So they are equal vertically opposite angles.
Now moving to this exercise is also on your worksheet, which is page 7. It's on your worksheet, page 7. Okay, let's start. I have to find the missing angle in each drawing. Okay, so first of all, in this one, I have to find the measure of ZAY. Starting with the first one, I can notice that these two angles are adjacent and complementary angles. Okay, so to find the measure of ZAY, I subtract 90 minus 55, which will give me 35, because ZAY and YAX are adjacent and complementary angles. So their measure is equal to 90 degree. I have to put the reason. The next one, I want to find XMT. XMT is equal to 180 degrees minus 165, which is equal to 15 degrees. Why? Because X, I have to say the reason. Because XMT and TMY are adjacent supplementary angles. So two together are of measure 180 degrees. Okay, if you can see here, I can say that these two together are 180 degrees. To find the measure of the second angle, I subtract 165 from 180 degrees to get 15 degrees. Now moving to the second parts. Okay, here I want to find the missing angles. You can write the missing angles بالorder اللي انتوا بتحبوه. يعني you can start with this angle or with this angle or with this angle as you like. Okay, so I started with angle VOT. VOT is 70 degrees. It's equal to angle ZOU, which is equal to 70. They are vertically opposite angles. Okay, and after finding it, I write the angle down. Okay, to help me. Then XOV is equal to angle UOY equal to 20 degrees, vertically opposite angles. After finding this angle, I'm going to write it down. Okay, so it will help me. Then XOZ, as Bara said, equal to 90 degrees. Why? Because it's a right angle. I write it down. It's 90 degrees. Then the last angle, which is TOY, it's a vertically opposite angle with ZOX. So they are equal in measure, which is equal to 90 degrees, vertically opposite angles. Now the last one, which is this figure. I want to find the missing angle. Okay, so now I want to find the missing angles. Starting with the first one, XOV. and UOY, XOV and UOY, they are equal in measure. This is V, okay, which is equal to 58 degrees. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles, and I write it down. Then I want to find the measure of UOX. Look at the figure. If you notice here, I can see here I have a straight angles. Okay, I have a straight angle. Why? It is formed by these two adjacent supplementary angles. What is the measure of the supplementary angles which forming a straight angle? Its measure is 180 degrees. So we can say that YOU and UOX are adjacent and supplementary angles. Their measure is 180 degrees. So إذا كلهم 180 degrees, what is the measure of UOX? UOX is equal to 180 minus 58 to give me 122 degrees. Now, the last one is very easy. You can see that I have vertically opposite angles. YOV is equal to UOX equal to 120 degrees, vertically opposite angles. They are equal in measure. Okay, the next one, which is here. So starting with the last figure, if you notice here, I have many angles. Okay, let's start. UOT is equal to this angle, which is ZOV, which is equal to 60 degrees. They are equal in measure. And I have another two angles equal in measure, which are XOZ and TOY. These angles are equal, which are XOZ and TOV. They are equal in measures because they are vertically opposite angles. So XOZ will be equal to 52 degrees. Okay, I want to continue. Now, after finding this measure and the measure of this angle, okay, I'm going to put here 2. They are equal to this one, vertically opposite angle also. Now I want to find the measure of this angle. Look here, I have a straight angle. These are supplementary angles. This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. They are forming a supplementary angles, and I know that the supplementary angles are of measure 180 degrees. They form a straight angle. يعني هول الثلاثة angles مع بعض هن حد بعض عملوا لي straight angle. وانا بعرف الستريت انجل المجر اللي إلها قد ايه 180 degrees. رح اكتب هيدا الشيء انه الزي او اكس والاكس او يو واليو او تي هن supplementary angles، يعني بيعملوا لي straight angle of measure 180 degree. And this angle if I add them together رح يعطوني 112. Now I want to find their supplement. يعني شو هي الانجل التو اللي بتكملهم ليصيروا 180 degrees. So XOU is 180 minus 112 to give me 68 degree. So the measure of XOU is 68 degrees. Now, the last angle, which is VOY, it's very easy. VOY, it's equal to XOU, equal to 68 degrees, vertically opposite angles. They are equal in measures. Okay, you have to write them like this, and you have to put the reason for each step. And by this, we finished the correction of our homework.